So it's 2024, and we're all excited to make these huge changes. We're excited to embark on a journey of self-improvement, and we're all motivated. But why is it that every year we always fall back into the same patterns? Why do we always not continue our progress? And why are we always continually stuck in these negative patterns and these negative cycles? The problem is not knowing what we need to do. We all know what we need to do, but we always find ourselves getting stuck. A while ago, when I started to really analyze what caused change, because I struggle with the same thing, I kept falling back into these habits. I kept succumbing to these addictions. I was ridden with anxiety and depression and fear, and I was a lower version of myself, but I couldn't break out of it. I'll tell you right now, there is no point in making these huge lifestyle changes without digging into the depths of your mind, your beliefs about yourself. Because if you start to instill all these new habits and take all this action, and it's not aligned with your deeply rooted beliefs, how you feel about yourself, what you believe about the world, and especially your identity, the real change is not occurring externally. The real change has to occur deep within ourselves because our mind, our subconscious mind, is creating everything in existence. So if we are not getting to the root of things, change will not be lasting. I realized that I had huge mental blocks that even though I wanted to become healthy, I somehow couldn't make that full change because deep down somewhere there was a belief that I was not healthy. There was a belief that I was not able to make lifestyle changes. There was a belief that I was not even worthy to be healthy. So I started to shift that identity and everything fell into place. And when we're talking about making these changes, changes have to be sustainable. They have to become a part of your lifestyle where you're not going above and beyond what you normally did, because we all know that leads to burnout. So look at making the little tweaks, the little lifestyle changes that will add up over time, something that you can commit to. Starting to develop a long-term perspective instead of a short-term, quick fix, get it fast, get it in 3 months, get it in 6 months. Yeah, you can see progress in that time, but if you start to think, okay, what is this action going to lead me to get to in 5 years? You start to become that much more powerful and you start to actually create. And then another factor is a lot of us think we know what we want, but we haven't even took the time to get to know ourselves on a deeper level, to get to know what we want at our core. And so if we are trying to make changes for some external reason, like maybe we want to impress someone or maybe we want to feed our ego, this source of motivation is going to be something short term, but in the long term, it's going to run out. We need to find some silence within ourselves. We are so overstimulated all the time and we are bombarded with things. We never take a break to fully step back and fully just simply just get quiet and listen to yourself. As cliche as it sounds, what does your heart want? That source of motivation, if you tap into it, is a much deeper, much more expansive, and a source of motivation that will align with your highest good. If you align yourself with that, things will happen much more effortlessly. And again, it goes back to the deeply rooted subconscious wiring that might be blocking you. I talked about it in previous videos, so go check them out. Our mind is creating literally everything. So you change your beliefs, you change your reality. There is no point in making these external changes if we are not changing what we believe about ourselves, what we believe about how the world works, what we believe about what we deserve in life, and what we believe that we're truly capable of. So the effort needs to be spent internally. It needs to be spent at rewiring yourself from the inside out. And finally, I wanted to talk about addictions because maybe in the new year we want to stop drinking. Maybe we want to stop doing a drug. Maybe we want to stop a food addiction. Addictions are tough to break. We all know that. The thing that I found the most success with, and I think this is a Tony Robbins thing, is associating the habit that you're doing, that addiction, with pain. So feel the pain of the addiction, feel the pain of where is it going to lead you in 5 years if I keep doing this addiction? And then start to associate pleasure with a new habit that you're going to replace it with, a new habit that will lead you where you want to be long term. So rewiring the associations that we have to that habit, and it takes time, it really does. But if you constantly do it, you constantly feel the pain of doing that addiction, of doing that habit, you're going to just naturally, eventually just let it go. So 2024 is the year where we truly break out of these negative cycles, where we truly step into the highest version of ourselves, but it requires some awareness of how we operate. It requires getting deep down into our subconscious mind and analyzing what our beliefs are that are controlling everything that happens externally. Peace.